Furness Podcast with Frank Furness.
Hey, this is Frank, and what a year we've had with COVID. But you know, the interesting thing is, all of my financial services clients that I speak to and that I work with around the world are all telling me they're having an amazing time. They're able to get through to more clients, speak to more clients, and writing more business than they've ever written before. So every cloud has a silver lining. Listen, by now, I hope you've listened to all of the previous episodes on NLP with my great friend Ian Halsell. And what I'm going to be doing now for the next 6 months is going through my program. In fact, it was a pre-recorded program that I'm going to share with you. It used to be part of a package that I sold for $247, an audio package. It's yours for free, so please tune in every week and listen to a new episode.
Let me ask you a question now. How many of you would like to be working with top executives, top decision makers in companies, but you know what? You just can't get in front of them? Well, in the old days, I found something that really worked for me. It was called a page 2 letter. Someone had told me about this, and I thought, let me try it. You know, I'd been phoning these top executives time after time. I just couldn't get in to see them. Somebody told me about page 2, so I thought, let me try it. Now, this top executive, I remember one, I just could not get to see him. Every time I phoned, he was too busy. I left messages. Just nothing happened. So, page 2 letter. This is what it is, a blank piece of paper, and at the top it says page 2. After that it says, and so I urge you to phone me at your earliest convenience on 331-8095. Yours sincerely, Frank Furness. A day later, I had a telephone call. The chap said to me, you know what, I've just got your letter, and I think you must have forgotten to put the first page in. What did you want to speak to me about? Now I had him on the line. This was the most difficult thing that I'd always wanted to get him onto the line. I had him. I spoke to him, and he became a client of mine. And I go around telling this story everywhere. I remember a few years ago, I was speaking in Kuala Lumpur with a company that I work with quite often. I went in and I told a page 2 story. Everybody laughed. 3 months later, I was back there. As soon as I walked in, the guy ran up to me and said, Frank, you know what, your page 2 letter. I tried it. I sent it out to 5 people. 3 phoned me back. I made 1 sale, and my commission was $5,000. So don't be scared to try anything. What's the worst that could happen? They say no. That's the worst. So let's speak a little bit now about working with top executives, presidents of organizations, chairmen, managing directors, the real decision makers. How do we actually get in front of these people? Well, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to have real confidence. You've got to have unshakable confidence. Remember, these type of people are tellers. You would walk in there and they would say, Frank, you got 20 minutes. Give me the bottom line and get out. If I haven't told my story within 20 minutes, I'm dead. Because 21 minutes later, he's got his next appointment lined up. Your confidence also has to be huge. Because these top people are power crazy. They've got huge egos. They've got to where they are because they are hugely successful. They don't like time wasters. They don't like wafflers. They want to deal with confident people who know what they're talking about. Once again, join Toastmasters or any of these other groups that will help you to develop your confidence. You've also got to speak the top executives' language. Now, they speak a different language to everyone else. If you're just seeing the normal man in the street, you can talk about sport, you can speak about the weather. The top executives, all they want to speak about is their company and how you are going to benefit them. They don't want any waffle. They don't want any small talk. What about joining a non-profit organization? This is where you meet top executives. Think about it. Who gives more money to charity than anyone else? Bill Gates. How would you meet these people? Well, find out what kind of non-profit organizations they belong to and join them. This way they'll see you, you'll socialize with them, and hopefully you could speak to them about your business. You've got to have an unlimited desire to succeed. You've got to want it more than anything. You've also got to have unlimited energy. Because if you work with top executives, believe me, they'll click their fingers and they'll want you there. And you've also got to develop the ability to build business rapport. Business rapport. How do you do this? Well, you've got to make a good first impression, either with mail, phone, or personal contact. And you've got to listen more than you've ever listened before. Because remember, top executives are tellers. They're not so much listeners. They know what they want, how they want it, and how they're going to do it. And you had better do it for them. Listen very, very carefully. What do you reckon the key characteristics are of these top executives? Think about that. Leadership, passion. You know, they're passionate about their business. They've spent years taking this organization and taking it to the top. They are hugely passionate about their business. Credibility is very important to them. How credible are you? Do you know what you're talking about? Key characteristic is vision. These people have got a big vision. They know where they are now. They know where they want to be in 20 years' time. They've also got very big egos. Power, control, and authority. This rules with top executives. The great thing I love about working with top executives is they're decisive. There's no grey areas. It's black or white. They know exactly what they want. And they're risk takers. You know, they've taken risks to build up their businesses to get where they are now. What do you think a top executive wants to speak about? What are their favorite business discussion topics? And you've got to know this. If you want to be working in this area, you've got to put yourself into the position and know how these top executives think. Well, what they want to speak about is their company's image and what it stands for. Now, if you haven't done your homework, you're blown out in the first 10 minutes. Before you go in and see them, you find out, you research this company, you find out everything you can. What they also like to speak about is the company's mission statement. Do you know it? Their team, their people, the products, their new developments. They want to speak about staying ahead of the competitors. How do they stay ahead of the competitors? They also want to speak about measurable and tangible results. How can you or your product help them get to where they want to be? They love speaking about leading edge success for the company in itself. They want to know how you are going to help their company. Quite interestingly, most top executives have similar personality traits to top salespeople. Think about the top salespeople. Exactly the same traits.
Hey, yes, it's me back again, Frank. I'm your sponsor, and I want to tell you about a series I've put together. It's actually been 2 years in the making. I have created the biggest online course for financial advisors. If you go and take a look at www.salesstrategiesforadvisors.com, salesstrategiesforadvisors.com, please go and take a look at our sales page there. You'll see the course has 281 videos, 106 audios, 12 ebooks, and 7 sets of scripts. And I promise you, you will make 10 times your investment at least in this course. There are so many ideas, every kind of strategy you can think of, new things added all the time. And for actually listening to the podcast, you can actually get 50% off the course. Please don't tell anyone about it. But if you go in to the checkout where it says coupon code, all you do is type in 50OFF, 50 off, and you will immediately get a 50% off the course on the one-off payment. Or, of course, you can opt to pay $29 a month. So, hey, this is Frank. I look forward to seeing you the other side and enjoying my online course.